Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And this is the show that I've been wanting to discuss for quite some time. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, we're trying to hit 200,000 subscribers this month. We really appreciate it if you help us hit our goal by subscribing to the channel. So this is the topic I've been really wanting to get into today. And it's based off of what's been happening over the last 5 days and what just recently occurred yesterday. As you guys know, FS1, Fox Sports 1, they have a show called Speak. And from time to time, they have various guests like LaShawn McCoy, Joy Taylor, Rick Bucher, Emmanuel Acho, and James Jones. So during one of their sit downs, they were discussing first when the news broke about the firing of the Lakers head coach, Darvin Ham. And to my surprise, James Jones, now for those of you who don't know, James Jones is a former wide receiver, NFL player. I also believe, if I'm not mistaken, he won a Super Bowl. I know he played with the Green Bay Packers, if I'm not mistaken. He played with the New York Giants. He played with the San Diego Chargers, and he won the Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl. I think it's, I don't know the year. I forgot the Roman numerals, but he won a Super Bowl, right? So he was a hell of a player. So when it came time for them to react to what had been occurring with the Lakers, he had this very powerful rant, but we didn't get a chance to go to it. So what happened yesterday? They were reacting to the comments of former Laker head coach and player Byron Scott, where he essentially said, when asked on Undisputed, what should the Lakers do in terms of filling their head coach position? He said, listen, at this particular moment in time, I think the Lakers should get LeBron James to be the coach. Who's the current player? And we were like, what? LeBron James. So they were reacting to Byron Scott's comments. And when it came time for James Jones to speak, he spoke candidly. He spoke in a way that you seldom see people speak in sports media. And he was so straightforward that Joy Taylor actually had to come back and respond like, let me just respond to this quickly because he didn't really mean what he said. So what we want to do is the following. We want to play exactly what he had to say yesterday to the news to reacting to what Byron Scott had to say. But I also want to play the audio of what he said after Darvin Ham got fired, because I thought that was a very, very powerful monologue from him. So we want to play what he had to say for you guys now, and then we're going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to what James Jones had to say here.
Do you think the Lakers underachieved? Do you think that the Lakers should have done more than they did?
I mean, looking at the series, when you see 2-game winners, sure, they probably could have won one more game, like Joy said, but what does that mean? Yeah. I think Darvin Ham did the best he could with this roster, and I think when it was time for his big-time players to deliver, his big-time players didn't deliver. D-Lo, you going 0 for 17. My man Anthony Davis, you 4 points in the fourth quarter. Like, a lot of that ain't on him. So I think he did the best he could to get this team.
He did a good job.
Resting them on all that type of stuff. He got them this far.
Yeah.
But not only that, like, when I look at LeBron James, he has got coaches fired that won championships with him. He's got coaches fired that took him to Western Conference Finals. He's got coaches fired that he's been first-round exit. I think Byron Scott is talking like me. He's salty. Because you done got all these coaches fired. You done won championship with a coach. You didn't like what he was doing. This coach took you to the Western Conference Finals. You don't like what he doing. You coach. You bring in the next coach. And you not dribble the ball off your foot. And you get AD some shots, design some plays, and get the clipboard and get him the bucket. You help D-Lo make some shots. So I think Byron Scott is salty because why is all this going to Darvin Ham? And you done had the most turnovers in your career. Anthony Davis ain't helping us in the fourth quarter. D-Lo ain't helping us. He our third best player. What you want me to do? Well, I did my best. You coach.
It goes back also to, we're not talking about the problem. LeBron may have had the most turnovers and all that, but we also think LeBron was playing at a pretty high level. Like, he was shooting very well. He was shooting the best that he shot from three-point. Like, LeBron, there was a whole lot more you could ask from LeBron James at this point. James, who should they bring in?
Whoever LeBron and AD want. I don't know who that is. I wish I had LeBron and AD's number to call and be like, bro, who y'all want? Because that's basically what they are saying. It's been a lot of coaches under LeBron James that have gotten fired that have done pretty good. Vogel won a championship with LeBron. He got fired. So I think in this situation, what do you want, LeBron James? How much longer are you going to play? Because if you're going to play 2 years, we'll hire a coach that you want for 2 years and then fire him after the 2 years and figure out what we're going to do. Because that's what's happening. That's what's going on right now. I don't like none of this. This is not Darvin Ham's fault. This team was in the Western Conference Finals. This team was back in the playoffs. This is the players' fault. They did not deliver. So whoever your players want to come be this head coach, then let them hire him, because it's not going to be no head coach they bringing in here that you just going to say, I love everything he does. We play football. Marvin was your coach. I'm sure you probably love Marv. It's a lot of stuff you like. What he doing? I ride for Coach Mike, as you know. It's a lot of stuff I did not like that Coach Mike did. But at the end of the day, we are playing the game, and it was not all on Coach Mike. I used to tell everybody all the time, the plays we won the Super Bowl with was the same plays we lost in the playoffs with, and everybody like, what plays we calling? The same plays we won the Super Bowl with. We just not making the plays now.
Right.
They making the plays. At the end of the day, Darvin Ham ain't turning the ball over. He not bouncing the ball off his foot. He not getting beat by Jokic in the fourth quarter, getting dominated by him. He not scoring 4 points. What do you want him to do? So LeBron and AD, come sit down in the man office, tell us who you want, so you can agree with him on everything. Because he didn't agree with a lot of stuff Ty Lue said.
Man, what?
That's all I'm saying. So as players, hey, do what you do, but let them hire the next head coach. That'll be me. I wouldn't even be in the meetings, Joy.
So you heard what he had to say. Listen, first of all, I believe he told the truth. Let's start there. I think he told the truth. Second of all, I got to be honest with you guys. Man, I'm so sick of these people in sports media, man. I said it yesterday. I alluded to it momentarily. But I want to get back to it today. You know, when we got into this business, I got into it thinking, okay, hey, we're going to talk sports. We're going to talk basketball. It's fun. You're going to give your opinion, etc. But the more time we spend within the space, I realize it's just you have a bunch of interest groups. People out there not really saying what they think. They're withholding their true viewpoints and standpoints because this guy's cool with that guy. That guy's cool with this guy. People have all come to the decision that, hey, on TV, we're going to say this, we can't say that. I'm like, so who out here is actually keeping it real? And the reason that soundbite stood out to me, because it seemed like somebody for a moment going off script and just speaking for the average person watching. Like what he said, I believe, is what a lot of people think. But no one really has the courage to go on television and say that. That's the reason why when you heard Paul Pierce, we produced a show about this, Keeping It Funky, on the Lakers head coach situation, Rachel Nichols was taken aback. She was like, really? Wow, you're saying? You could even see her body language. She was put off by what he was saying because he was keeping it real. And there's too much of this, you know, people faking it on TV. And it's really disappointing. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. So the higher you go up the ladder, the more you earn millions and millions of dollars. This is what you got to do. You got to go up there and just be basically capping and lying and protecting. It's like, yo, this is what it's about, really? To me, it's very, very disappointing and disheartening to see that these are the games that they play on television on a daily basis, and they totally water down the brains of their viewers, and they turn in and then they watch it, and then they just go around regurgitating all over the internet and comment sections, stinking up the place with these ridiculous views. Listen, he's right. He's pointing the blame at the players. The reason he's pointing the blame at the players, he's saying, because what else do you want the coach to do? The year prior, they were in the Western Conference Finals. This year, you're losing the first round to the best team, or the perceived best team in the NBA champions, in the Denver Nuggets. So what exactly were you expecting? When is it ever going to be the players' fault? When is it ever? You have Anthony Davis talking about, well, I don't really know what was going on. Sometimes we're confused. What's confusing is that in one game you score 30 points in the first half, and in the second half you don't even demand a damn basketball. You're just drifting all over the place. Is that the coach? Shaquille O'Neal, do you think Phil Jackson would have to? You don't think Shaq would be able to say, okay, give me the damn ball and let me go to work? It's a mind state. Why is it always got to be so? And this has become the reputations of the Lakers as an organization. Always finger pointing and placing blame. You hear Charles Barkley on television mention this now periodically. You know, as the Lakers, man, they're always going to find somebody to blame. It is becoming so nauseating. So to hear a person, a former professional athlete in James Jones say, no, it's the players' fault. Them not making plays is the reason that they lost. What do you want the coach to go out there and dribble the ball too? He's like, he wasn't dribbling the ball off his feet. He wasn't having 7 turnovers in a game. He wasn't scoring 4 points in the second half. He wasn't going 0 of 7 from the 3-point line. Those are the players. So something like, where's the accountability from the stars? I made the joke about LeBron. If he was a captain of a ship and the ship was about to go down, he'd be the first person off the boat. The second in charge would be like, where's the captain? You would just see LeBron on a canoe, paddling away, and he'd be like, huh, peace. Huh, huh, peace. And you're going to be looking around like, where are the paddles? He took all of them with him. He took all of them with him. What does that mean? Meaning he throwing everybody under the bus. Just yesterday, Rick Bucher revealed on television, I was stunned by it, we produced a show about it, that you have Clutch Sports emailing media members to vote for him for MVP. And Rick Bucher's like, but wait a minute, isn't Anthony Davis a Clutch Sports member, client? How is it fair to him? He's the best player on the team. He's like, what is going on here? But these are the games that these people play. So I thought it was so refreshing for James Jones to say, I don't know if he's going to see this video, but if you do see this video, man, we deeply appreciate, like, enough with the twerking and the hollering and the screaming and the honey slapping. For once, let's have people out there in sports media actually saying what they truly believe for a change. For God's sakes. You're getting paid all of this money and people are afraid to give their opinion. What is going on? Smaller creators actually have more courage than some of these bigger guys. And they have more to lose. Because the bigger guys, they've already made their millions. Running around, millionaires running around afraid to say what they think. Good Lord. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.